Hey everyone, John Bunn here with How to Film Weddings, and today I posted inside of our Facebook group that we are doing a quick website and pricing page review. So if you're not in the group, search How to Film Weddings on Facebook, of course. But I wanted to jump in and just kind of talk about websites, pricing pages. So let's jump over to the group. This is the link that I posted, and so I'm just going to jump in to some of these things here, these websites, and give you my 2 cents, and we will get going from there. All right, so the first one is Young and Married Films. Would deeply appreciate any feedback you or anyone else in the community can provide. Let's go for it. So I'm at their website. Films for couples young in spirit, ready for marriage. Get in touch. That's great. Looks awesome. Looks like a nice template. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit so everybody can see it. So this is nice. Love the logo. Looks great. The first place I'm gonna go, and where everybody goes, is the About page. So I'm gonna click that. Me on my wedding day. That's cool. A little story about you guys since then. Now, my best bud. Like, I think this is all great. It would be really cool, I think so, instead of just you, to maybe have the two of you. That'd be cool. I mean, I like this photo. It's great. It's not terrible by any means. I love that the Get in Touch page is right there. All this is great. Your why. Links over to a blog, which is just a great call to action to get people going. The Get in Touch is in multiple places, so you click that, takes you to this. Interesting in blessing us with the opportunity to tell your story. Love that. Please fill out the form. I think it's cool. You feel like a person. One thing on this, in our recent episode with Max Sadek, it kind of hit me whenever we talked about having the budget on your form. What you're telling me is that you cost somewhere around $1,000 by having this, and that it would be crazy if you were 5,000 plus. So I'm not sure I would have this on there. I think that you should maybe just add something like, what drew you to contacting us. That's a great way for them to start talking, good things about you and giving you a little bit of reasoning and things to kind of talk about with them. And then another one that I would maybe have on there is what vendors have you already booked. That will give you a little bit more of this answer than actually just asking for it, because what happens is brides don't want to be offensive, but they also don't want to click the biggest one because they just, A, don't know the value that you can bring, and B, don't want to get taken advantage of. So I would take the budget off of there. That's you. But let's see, the home page back here. I haven't yet to look at any of your films. I'm not going to do that today, but I think this is great. I like all of this. I love this look. I think that having different, you've got, it looks like YouTube, then a Vimeo. So you might clean that up a little bit just so it's one, but that's just my thing. My thing. I like that you have the form on all of the pages. It looks great. But I can usually tell within the first just couple of seconds of a film, if you're expensive or not, or what you would charge, So, this is where you're going to want to put your absolute best work right here for people to look at and stuff. So it looks great. Everything about it looks great. So, I don't know how much you guys charge, that kind of thing. You've got a blog, and your blog's just your why, do this for 2 minutes once a week, strengthen your marriage. All this stuff's great. I'd like more imagery on this page. But overall, it looks awesome. I think it feels expensive. This Young and Married cursive with the font's good. I like all of it. So hopefully that was helpful to you guys. Now let's move on to Sam Boxell. We've given him some critique before on his website, so I'm interested to see kind of what it looks like now compared to just a few months ago. This looks already so much better, Sam. This is great. It's a little cursive-y for my liking, but I think it's good. I don't think it's bad. Handcrafting unique and everlasting wedding films. I think that's great. We've got a nice image to start with. Home, wedding films, our story, contact, simple, clean. I scroll down a little bit. We've got some work. That's great. Meet Sam and Megan. This is all great. Dude, this website looks so much better. Like, this is, I'm thinking you guys are charging, 3,000-4,000 minimum. We're a husband and wife filmmaking team based here. We developed our film style to be emotional. You might put a little more personality in this, just like I eat Twinkies, she eats bonbons. I don't know, just something that's a little less just like professional, maybe just a little more sticky, something that will make people remember you, because this is good, but it might not, make them remember you. I don't even know if you need to change that. I'm just talking. So take it or leave it. Our story, let's see here. So first picture I see is the back of you. I would love to see a photo of the two of you looking at the camera. Pay somebody to take some photos of you, something. This is better, but like, again, you're really small. We can't see your personality. I like how this says Sam the go-getter, Megan the country girl. These photos just don't. One's black and white, one's not. I would invest or have one of your friends that's a photographer take you out on a 1-hour session, bring 2 outfits, bring your cameras, bring some coffee cups, whatever, and just do something that's you guys and pay $300, $400, $500 for that. This will pay itself back a ton. Seriously. I like how you can find you guys there. It makes it easy. Love the recommendations. All this is great. Let's see, on the wedding films, I think that's the same thing from the homepage. This is all good. The contact us is there. This cursive is hard to read. It looks different than like you're cramming more into this one and that one. Watch it, but this should be your best work right there, and I'm sure it is. And then the contact page itself, let's look at it. We shoot a limited number of weddings. I mean, I think it just really needs to sound like you're talking to your friend. Like, wow, I can't believe, like that you're, or something like, wow, we're so excited that you're even considering using us. We know it's a big deal, that kind of thing. Instead of like, we only shoot a limited number of weddings each year. They take a huge amount of effort. I think you want to come across as their friend, more so a little bit. And yeah, so let's see here. Wedding venue. What is your role? How'd you hear about us? Tell us about you two. I like all that. Again, I might add, like, what vendors did you, what vendors have you booked already, and what do you love about us? Something like that. So great improvement on your website. So good. Congrats on that. Glad that it's gotten even better. All right. Love to know about pricing. If you should put it on your page or not, and what prices are for newer videographers. I won't go into this too much. I just read it, but I put my prices on my site, just the starting price, but we start around $5,600 at this recording time. So, it's up to you. I think that having at least a starting price is great. I don't like putting all of my prices on my site because I feel like it personally gives the couple, too much information to process. They make a decision before getting to know you. All right, Vanessa Mikkeller, good friend of mine. She is posting her website. I think she's just sending the website, not the pricing guide link. I just noticed this. Sorry, Vanessa. I'm going to look at your site, give you some feedback. These guys are great. They're out of Texas. I met them at InFocus a few years back. If you don't know them, definitely check them out. Logo is great up at the top. I know I cut it off a little bit with my screen recording. We capture your happily ever after. This feels fun and funky. I love it. I think it's great. I love the color palette. We film your forever. Got a Super 8 or a can. I mean, this is great. Our films, what we do, about us, blog, commercial, and contact. Let's go to the about us and see what you guys have here. Oh my goodness. You two. Look at you guys. Yeah, I mean, I think this is super cool. We love love. Our story begins. I think this is awesome. enough about our story. Let's dish about yours. This just feels so personal. People watching this and listening, like, this is cool. Definitely check out themikellers.com, themikellers.com. Okay. But this is great. I really wouldn't add much to this. You've got the call to action on the page. Let's dish about your story. You click that, creative, fun, and crazy, super in love people. This feels like your friend. I mean, you may. The only thing I'm thinking about, Vanessa, is that, like, if the About Us page is the only place that has you all's photo, video on it. I mean, you guys look great. Obviously, this is great. But I mean, you may want to include on the Contact Us page like a picture of the two of you hanging out next to this, just to add a little bit more. I love these designs. I think it's very, like, earthy and cool. I mean, it's got a really great vibe. So I don't want to ruin that, but it could be cool to have like a picture of you guys on here. First name, last name, email, phone, wedding date, location. How'd you hear about us? Tell us more. All these questions are great. Like I've mentioned on the pages before, you might add one field that just says what drew you to contact us. Instead of just how'd you hear about us, but like, what is it that drew you to hit the button? Like, what we do. Let's see that page. I haven't clicked on that one yet. Again, cool vibe. Cool. We'll hook you up with our pricing guide. I love all of it. I love these reviews. We get your game. I mean, this is so cool. I love this update to your site. I just don't see you guys enough, personally. I mean, it's called the Mikellers. I want to see more of the Mikellers, if you're asking me. So, our films, I haven't clicked over to that yet. Guys, if you haven't seen their films, they're great. It looks like we have 9 different projects. So the very first one I would click, let's see just kind of how that feels when you pull it up. A link to the Vimeo page, a nice little, what's the word, testimonial. This is great. I love it all. I mean, click to play, boom, there it is. So good. You guys' work is beautiful. All right, so that'd be my only real thing here would be I want to see more of you guys on your site, at least on the contact page. But it would be fun on like our films, even at the top. Just have a picture of you guys being fun up here above that. Like, I think that's what's going to sell you even more is like, this is great and beautiful and cool, but like, you guys are what's going to sell. So hopefully that's helpful. I feel weird even critiquing you guys because you guys are pretty famous and stuff. All right, let's see here. See, we're not worthy. All right. Andrew Maraca. I've just started price listing on the site for now and send out the attached PDF with more details. Got the inspiration from the podcast. So we'll start out by looking at the website, and then we'll try to look at the pricing guide. And let's see here. All right. Okay, the video, when you pull it up, that's cool. Maraca Studio. This is interesting. Instead of having like a bar up here, and most people are contacting or, looking on their mobile, so we'll have to do one of these mobile, record mobile one time soon, but Real Cinematic and Wedding Films for Couples by the Andrew Maraca. I don't understand why that link it's linking to, I think, just the website itself. Nope. Okay, so it's linking to something else. Okay, so that's an interesting call to action right there to like, are they going to click over or not? So the first thing you have is contact. Then we have films and about. I'm always going to click about first. Video director and cinematographer. This is cool. You look trendy and hip. Starting at $21.99. Let's see. They ventures into the world of weddings with an established career. This feels a little professional, which is fine if that's what you're going for. Telling about you, but like, again, my vibe and what I think is people want to like feel like you're talking to them. So you might read that out loud and say, does that feel like me talking, or does that feel like just me writing, a little rap sheet about myself? Okay, let's go back. So the contact form, name, email, message. This is really minimal and basic. I get it. And I know I like that style. I'm okay with that. I don't think it's terrible. If you're not wanting just to have to get a ton of questions back and forth, you might consider adding a couple of those things we talked about, but that's great. This site is so simple and so easy. I mean, it makes sense what you're doing. These are not your standard videos created by a videographer. These are real stories. I'm putting me back on here, like on top somewhere, a photo shoot of you. Like I just think that having more of you on there. These are laid out really cool, really widescreen. Got your Instagram feed there. This is all looking great. Got Alice Cooper. That's awesome. So if I clicked a video, it takes me to this YouTube. Boom. It's great. So words from them. That's really cool. I'm thinking about adding this to my site. I don't do that for each wedding film, so that would be cool. Yeah, that's really cool. That looks great. FAQ, I don't think we could have got to that with some other page, so I'm interested here to see what that does. Maybe my internet's not working, it's just thinking. So maybe that page is too hard to load, but yeah, I mean, we got all of our links. I love the minimal. Like, I think it's great. I like the look here. I think it's cool, man. Good job. All right. Kyle Farah. Oh, I'm going to look at the price. I forgot. So the pricing sheet that you send, this is cool. Raw and cinematic wedding films, Megan and Jermaine. There you go. Okay, behind the lens, that's cool. This is the kind of stuff that I think we want to see. Maybe not including the kids on the website if you don't want to show your kids. I know I don't show mine a lot on my Instagram and stuff, but this is all good. Just like about you. Again, if they're having to read a ton, this is okay in a PDF because I think that they really want information. I would ask you when you send this. I don't know if you send it before you talk to them, but I probably would. All these details are great. I'm not going to read them all, but less is more when it comes to like explaining. You know, it's okay if they ask you a couple of questions. That keeps the conversation going. But dude, this looks great. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, good job, Andrew. That's cool stuff. Okay, man, a lot more people have commented. Let's just pick one more. Sorry, guys. We'll do Kyle Ferris's to Cliff and Ashley and Graham and Jeffrey. Sorry, I want to get to everybody, but we'll have to do this again soon. So let's see here. This is the pricing for weddings and starting prices for other things. So let's see your pricing, wedding, birthing stories, commercial, other. I'm going to go back to your homepage just to start. Okay, this logo is sick. I love it. That's cool. I'm thinking this is a heart. Maybe that's a sick logo. Great job on that. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Let's see. Heart Happy Films. I like the name. I like everything that you're doing here. For wedding specific, if I'm a bride, I don't know 1,000,000% if this other stuff is going to be confusing or just taking away. So you might have a landing page that's this exact thing that's weddings and then a little commercial tab or something, because this footage looks really great behind this. And I would want to keep everyone in that wedding vibe. You know, maybe the birth films, like the family, but like the commercial stuff, it just gets a little confusing. It's up to you. I mean, it's fine, but like this shot, oh my gosh, that's cool. If I'm a bride, I'm falling in love and I'm liking this imagery, and then, oh my goodness, more wedding stuff, and then a dude with headphones on at Christmas time, and I'm confused. So that's the only thing I'm getting at. I think that you could get more focused on the weddings and then have just a commercial link that takes them straight to another page like this that has commercial work. That's just my initial thoughts. So when you click pricing, now we've got 4 different things. Again, if I'm a bride, I'm still going here, but like this might be a little much. So it looks like we're at weddings. We're starting, 4,200, 4,900, birth story films, this much. So it's not the end of the world. It's just like kind of feels a little businessy and not so much like I want this guy or this gal to film my wedding. It just kind of feels like we're down to business. And so that's okay. But, you're expensive. You can select. I mean, this is all great stuff. I mean, it looks like you've got a video they can play right next by the wedding film So that's all. It's all great, and you're showing people how great you are at what you do. I love that you can like add certain things on. I'm wondering, yeah, it's got a cart or something. Contact us. So I mean, this is all good. It's just a little bit much. That's my feedback. The contact page is the same as just scrolling down to the bottom. So you click wedding, and I feel like, okay, this guy does a lot of things, so weddings might not be his forte, or they might be like something he does on the side. And so if people are dropping $4,000 or $5,000, that might be a little bit confusing for them. Your name, phone number, email, wedding, film type. This is all good. These are all good questions. So I'm really digging the videos that are automatically playing, the template that you've used for your site. It looks really good. Got your little wedding wire rated, but it just feels like a lot of stuff is going on. I'm going to zoom out. That doesn't help at all. Let's see if I zoom in. If I zoom in, you guys can over here see this little spot that's like spinning. It was outside the screen, but that's really cool. That just looks really, really cool. Okay, that's it. All right, so there are a lot of people that have commented, and I really wish I could get to everybody. But, it's one of those deals where I can't get to everybody even though I want to. I've got other things to hit up on this Friday, but hopefully this information was helpful. Do us a favor. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. We've got a podcast just on the iTunes and Google, everywhere. Just search How to Film Weddings. We're at 40 episodes right now at time of recording. We do 1 to 2 episodes a week. And, this is really fun for us. We have a community of followers and people that we kind of interact with on Facebook in a Facebook group. Just search How to Film Weddings. We ask a couple questions and you can join. Hopefully this information was helpful. Like this video, share this video, rate us, review us, and until next time, I'll see you.